What's up, guys? It's your boy Bryson, Rain City MMA here with
Joey.
And today we're breaking down Oliveira versus Gamrot, and we're also going to just be recapping a little of UFC 320. We hit that parlay for you guys, crushed it out the park. It was a little nervous with, Pfeiffer and Jiri, but, Bashrak got it done. I also shouted out Merab and Santos. But, we'll talk about it here a little bit.
All right, guys. For the first recap, we're breaking down Jiri Prochazka and Khalil Roundtree, a.k.a. Pereira's sons, like I said. Pereira pulled through on the main event, guys, but this was one of the craziest fights. This went up for, honestly, fight of the year in my book. Khalil came in with his leg kicks, being very calculated. He was a lot sharper than he was in his last fight. Everybody noticed that, and in the third round, his coaches told him, hey, keep pushing, even though he's up 2-0. I didn't think that was a very good choice, especially against someone like Jiri, and, he ended up paying the price for it. But we called Jiri for you guys, so tune in with us. I love Jiri, and let's go. What do you think about that fight, Bryson?
Oh, it was so awesome. Jiri killed it. He just had that style. He was slow, though, so, he didn't kill it because that was a bad performance. If the UFC does decide to run Alex and Jiri for the trilogy, even though Alex is up 2-0, he will knock out Jiri again if Jiri comes out like that. Yeah, his footwork was off. He was a little slow, but you knew in that third round, we had that bet on him, and I told Joey, this guy, he has heart, he has dog, and he's going to push forward. And he knew he was down. He needed the finish. He delivered. I saw him backstage, and someone asked him something, and he was talking while walking in the back, and he said it was necessary to put him out. I mean, he had to put Khalil out. Khalil was tough. He was very technical, sharp, But, shout out Jiri, and he's going to be fighting for the light heavyweight title next, so that will be exciting. I love that guy. All right, guys. Next up, we have Merab versus Sandhagen. It was an exciting fight. Shout out Sandhagen. He actually was really tough in there. And great takedown defense. He showed it early in that first round. That was the one round I thought he took off Merab. I thought Merab won 2, 3, 4, 5. And the cardio was too much. That guy is a warrior. He's the GOAT of bantamweight. That resume, we're going to be telling our, grandkids and kids about that. Merab is so special, beating Jose Aldo, Peter Yan, Sean O'Malley twice, Corey Sandhagen, Henry Cejudo. I mean, you name it, dude. Umar Nurmagomedov taking the O from him as well. I mean, gosh, his resume is outstanding. So, yeah, Merab's the bantamweight GOAT. He just showed he got levels, man. His hands improved. Shout out Sandhagen, but I don't know who's beating this guy. I think a fight that would be interesting is Pantoja going up and maybe fighting Merab, but it would be tough. Merab's just so much stronger. But shout out Merab. What do you think, Joey?
Yeah, guys, I love Merab. That's why I made the edit of him. He's a beast. He's the machine. He never gives up on himself or his game plan. That's what I love about Merab. He's very good at implementing that in the cage and just overwhelming people. He really starts to break people around like the second, third round, kind of like what he did with O'Malley. He's like, I'm sorry I had to break you, brother. Just super relentless with pressure. His hands improved tremendously. Everybody was saying, oh, Merab's going to get clipped on the feet. He has no hands. His boxing's terrible. Well, look what happened. You could tell Merab was like kind of chasing the KO, but ultimately ended up winning that decision. Super dominant. I believe it was 4-1 as well. And let's go, Merab. Yep, the bantamweight GOAT. All right, guys, recapping the main event of UFC 320. Guys, we thought Ankalaev was going to come out there and do what he did the last fight. But, Shama, man, he comes out with that aggressiveness, and he ended up, I think he hurt his foot or whatever, getting those leg kicks on Ankalaev. But that's what he excels at, man. He followed through with his game plan and ultimately found that right hand instead of the left hook this time. And put Ankalaev down for the count. Let's go, Alex Pereira. I love him. Didn't think he was going to win, but I'm happy he did. Shama, what do you think, Bryson?
Yeah, shout out Pereira. I doubted him. I thought Big Ink looked real good that first fight. And, Ink has beat a lot of good people now. It's not like this was a fluke or something. Pereira did make adjustments, and like I said, he threw low volume their first fight. He came out through volume immediately. He pressured like he did the first round last fight, but this time he really went on the gas. And Big Ank was not ready. I think he was more ready for kind of like a technical kind of match. I think he thought that Pereira respected his power last fight, especially rocking him, but Pereira didn't. He looked mean. I'm not a big fan of the call out, with the John Jones thing. I think he deserves to be heavyweight, but stop trying to make John Jones and Pereira fight, guys. We know what this is going to happen. Pereira can't grapple. John Jones will choke him out or he'll just dominate. We need Pereira to be fighting Tom Aspinall or John Jones Aspinall. We need to be pushing the sport and these younger guys who are becoming champions. We need new faces. I'm sorry. Not saying Pereira's not going to be a face, but I think he needs to be fighting Tom Aspinall or John Jones. I think they're both trying to cop out of that match by fighting each other. So, that's my opinion. All right, guys. The first matchup we got for this Oliveira Gamrot card is a strawweight women's matchup. Julia Pilastri versus Carolina Kowalkiewicz. And for me, Pilastri's minus 400. Kowalkiewicz is plus 310. For me, I'm going Pilastri, guys, and she's also going to be on our parlay, on the three-legger. We're also using BetMGM, just remember. Pilastri has that dog in her. I mean, that last fight against Lupi in the third round, she was killing it. Really good boxing with sneaky power, and she was just walking down with her hands, just going forward like a zombie. She did not care what Lupi was throwing back at her. So she has great cardio. She shows she can be that long, good grappling. Carolina, she's fought elite competition, American top team, throws some nice low kicks, really good gas tank. She's a veteran, but 39 years old, guys. I think Pilastri's going to come in here, win this pretty easily. Try to get her line early at 400, though. It could jump to 5, guys. She's going to dominate this. Look for sub as well. Who do you got, Joey?
Yeah, in this fight, I got Pilastri as well. I think Carolina's just outmatched. She has bad striking accuracy with only 43%, guys. And she does hesitate to step on the gas at times. I think that's just a given with her age. She's almost 40, fighting a 27-year-old. I think Pilastri's really going to come out and attack at all levels, body, head, leg, then maybe even implement some clinch work of her own. And I see her getting it done here. So I got Pilastri money line. All right, guys, next up, we got a heavyweight matchup between Walter Walker and Muhammad Usman. Walter Walker is a minus 325 favorite, and Usman is a plus 250 dog. Walter Walker, the brother of Johnny Walker, and then Muhammad Usman is the brother of Kamaru Usman, just for reference. Walter Walker, though, guys, has shown, elite levels of competition at heavyweight. He fought, Tafa, Kennedy, and Jeshiku, and a couple other guys, and he's really nasty with his heel hooks, so his BJJ is super impressive, guys, especially at heavyweight. He shoots crazy explosive takedowns, and I got him in this fight. I think he's just going to find a way to either find that heel hook or get Usman in a sub. On the Usman side, I do think his striking accuracy isn't where it needs to be to get Walker out of there. So for that reason, I'm picking Walker. Who do you got, Bryson?
Yeah, I'm also going Walter Walker. I mean, this guy's come in now after the Bretsky loss, which was shocking. And three in a row submissions. I mean, it's pretty crazy. Usman works to the body well, throws a lot of volume. He's not much of a wrestler, though. He can wrestle, but, guys, Walker is next level. He lands 5.43 takedowns per 15 minutes. He wants to smother and pressure nonstop. Shows on the feet, good power. Or slow on the feet, but he got good power, He's decent. But Walker wants to get it to the ground at the end of the day. I think he will. And, I think he'll get the sub or a nasty ground and pound in Brazil. Walker would be a good one to throw as well, but we're not going to have it on ours. But shout out Walter Walker. He's going to probably continue the winning streak. Next up, we got a fun flyweight matchup, Lucas Rocha versus Stuart Nickel. And, Rocha is a minus 125 favorite. Nickel is plus 105. For me, I'm going Rocha. He throws some clean low kicks, got some good tricky jiu-jitsu. He looked good in the Contender Series, had a tough fight against Clayton Carpenter, but we picked him. He also fights on this card, which I'm excited for. Rocha does have poor footwork though. Gets off balance a lot sometimes, and it does worry me. But Nickel, he's gonna try to wrestle him. That's all he does. He shoots good takedowns, times them well, smothers you with top control. I don't think he'll do much though. I think Rocha in Brazil is gonna have the crowd behind him. He'll probably win a decision here. He has a lot of MMA experience too compared to Nickel. I think that's gonna help him, and he's the younger guy by 5 years. So give me Rocha here at -125, which is also a good price range. Who do you got, Joey?
Yeah, I think Nickel is a pretty good wrestler, guys. He does have super good offensive grappling, and he's fought a lot of good guys. But with that being said, he's only had 9 professional fights compared to Rocha's 19. So it's a pretty big gap there. So for Rocha, like Bryson said, his kicks are crazy, especially to the low kicks to the legs. He likes to make the fights like a brawl. He thrives in the chaos, guys, and he has crazy MMA experience. So for that reason, I'm taking Rocha moneyline. All right, guys. Next up, we got a heavyweight matchup between Vitor Petrino and Thomas Peterson. Petrino at a -325 favorite and Peterson at a +250 dog. Just reminding you guys, we use BetMGM. So on the Petrino side, he shows some super nice footwork and he has great athleticism. I will let you guys know I did bet on him his last fight against Jacoby, and he was winning that fight, guys, till he wasn't. It was just a crazy last-minute fluke thing. I think he just got caught with the wrong punch, but anyways, on the Peterson side, he has a great heavy chain wrestling game, and he really wants to get it to the ground. He does have really good where he lacks striking in his boxing. But Petrino, his boxing's crazy, guys, and he lands 3.25 takedowns in 15 minutes. I think the wrestling will offset, and Petrino will get those hands going. I got Petrino money line. Who do you got, Bryson?
Yeah, I'm also going Petrino, and Petrino by knockout. I think he'll kind of have the same success as Gaziev did against Peterson and find that chin. He has the longer reach. He's going to be the bigger guy. He's going to be faster than most heavyweights, maybe everybody. He reminds me of Joelton Almeida, just kind of a smaller light heavyweight guy who had the frame for it, going up to heavyweight, just juicing up a little and putting some more muscle, and now he has the lighter man skill. I think Petrino's in a great spot here. Give me the KO. And Peterson, he has 66% takedown accuracy. He's a good wrestler, but I think he's going to get caught on a knee or elbow or something here. And Petrino has a spectacular finish and maybe gets a bonus here. So, yeah, Petrino's going to look good. A lot of Brazilians on this card are going to win tonight, guys. All right, guys, now we got a flyweight matchup, another fun one. I'm telling you, the flyweight division is booming currently. We got Rafael Filo versus Clayton Carpenter. I love Clayton Carpenter. Filo -105, Carpenter -115. We're putting Carpenter, guys, on the parlay with Pilastri. I think -115 is an absolute steal. He has really good offensive wrestling. We saw that in that fight with, what's his name? Tagir Ulanbekov. My bad, guys. I'm forgetting on that. But Ulanbekov was good. One judge had Clayton Carpenter win in the third. I thought Mo should have. I thought he won the third. Ulanbekov won the first two. But he showed he can wrestle with a very high wrestler, and he's only 8-1, just learning the MMA game. Got some pop in his shots, high-level jiu-jitsu. 55% striking accuracy, picks his shots well. Filo, he comes out chaotic. Poor striking, he leaves his chin out a lot. Very low volume on the feet. Throws up a lot of submission attempts, so I'm interested if this gets to the ground, how the grappling will be in the jiu-jitsu scrambles. But I think Clayton Carpenter could find the knockout or sub any way he wants, even a decision. I see him in all levels of MMA beating Filo, and, Filo has a puncher's chance, but give me Clayton Carpenter -115. Absolute steal, guys. This could be one of the steals of the year, besides Van against Royval. So who do you got here, Joey?
Yeah, Filo, guys, he does have super low volume on the feet, and he only throws at a 41% striking accuracy. With that being said, though, he has fought solid UFC comp, and he lands 2.45 takedowns in 15 minutes. With that being said, Clayton Carpenter, though, on the other hand, He thrives in his grappling, like Bryson said with the Uwambeko fight. He showed a lot of determination and grit, especially in that department. Philho, I just think he's really bad under pressure, and I think Clayton Carpenter brings all the pressure. And I think he's either going to find, a club and sub or a knockout here. So Clayton Carpenter money line is the safest bet, but throw some props in there if you're feeling a little crazy. All right, guys, breaking down the last prelim of the night, we got a featherweight matchup between Lucas Almeida and Michael Aswell Jr. Lucas Almeida is a plus 125 dog, and Aswell Jr. is a minus 150 favorite. Guys, Almeida does good work in the clinch, but he has pretty poor takedown defense at 53%. On the Aswell Jr. side, he trains with our boy Joshua Van, and he throws a ton of volume. He wants to, come in and pressure early, and he's like super good at his boxing. He trains out of the same gym as Joshua Van, guys. So for that reason, I'm going with Michael Aswell Jr. here. I think Lucas Almeida is a pretty good fighter, but he just, he comes in super reckless, and I think Aswell Jr. is going to find his shot and maybe hit him with like a 1-2, maybe an uppercut. Drop him real quick. So I got Aswell on the money line in this fight. Who do you have, Bryson?
Yeah, I'm also going with Michael Aswell. He lands 9.10 significant strikes per minute, guys. That's ridiculous. I mean, he does have that Joshua Van type pressure where he's going to win that third round. He doesn't mix up his game, though. That is one thing about Aswell. He'll headhunt a lot. He misses opportunities to the body and legs. Good takedown defense, though. He shows decent takedown defense. He really doesn't mix in offensive wrestling. Almeida will mix in his game more, I'll give him that, but he lacks head movement, comes in very reckless. Super terrible striking accuracy, 39%. He has that puncher's chance. He really does, because he mixes in stuff and gives you a lot of different looks. But I think Aswell Jr. is going to come out here, coming off of some tough losses, now with Oki and I forget that other one. On the Contender Series, Bogdan Grad. But I think Aswell Jr.'s game here, and I think he's going to prove it with his first win in the UFC. All right, guys, to open up the main card, we got Ricardo Ramos versus Khan Olfi. And for me, this is a featherweight matchup. Ramos is minus 210. Olfi's plus 170. For me, this is one that I'm going to just pass out on. This is not a good fight, low-level MMA. Ramos, he is training with the Fighting Nerds now, but I didn't really see much of his game improve, nor did it really change. 5 out of 7 losses are in the first round, so maybe you look to bet Khan to get a first-round sub or knockout if you guys are looking for some crazy long shot. But Khan hasn't won in the UFC, did bad on the Ultimate Fighter. I just don't think it's a high-level fight. Give me Ramos as a pick, but guys, skip this. Do not do this fight. Who do you got, Joey?
Yeah, I also am picking Ramos in this fight. I know it's not, super high level, and Offley isn't very good either. Offley gets his chin cracked super easily and shoots crazy sloppy takedowns, but so does Ramos from time to time. Ramos does throw a lot of spinning attacks, so he could find, a spinning attack in one of these in one of these exchanges. He does lack volume on the feet, so if he's not really hitting, he will take you down. For that reason, I'm picking Ramos. All right, guys. Next up, we got a heavyweight matchup between Jonata Diniz and Mario Pinto. Diniz as a plus 105 dog and Pinto as a minus 125 favorite. Guys, Diniz has a high-level kickboxing style and throws some nasty low kicks, especially for heavyweight. Pinto, on the other hand, he has great fight IQ and is a very patient fighter with a great gas tank. He's also undefeated. I've seen Diniz hit in his last couple fights. He's fought some pretty good guys, but I think it's Pinto's time. I've also seen the last 2 of his fights. I got Pinto money line. I think he just pops out a clean jab and is a little bit more active for the heavyweight division. I think he can get him out of there. Pinto money line is my pick. Who do you got, Bryson?
I'm going to go Pinto money line and also Pinto by decision. I think Diniz gasses out. I know Hines did pop against Diniz. He ended up popping after that fight, so maybe that's why his chin could take so much damage and his cardio, he could keep going. But Denise, 56% striking accuracy. Great takedown defense, 78%. I don't expect Pinto to shoot, but I've seen Pinto training a lot of wrestling, grappling, so maybe he'll implement that part of his game. Pinto, exceptional striking accuracy. I know he only has one fight in the UFC, but 71%. He really doesn't go all out. He picks his shots really well. He's smart. Pops out a clean jab, shows solid takedown defense. I've seen some of his other fights professionally where a lot of guys are trying to take him down. But I think the reach will be the same. It is the same. Denis got a half-inch advantage, and then you got Pinto with the inch height advantage. So give me Pinto money line and Pinto by decision as a long shot. I think Pinto can get it done here. All right, guys, we got a banger welterweight matchup, featured fight of the night. We got the veteran Vicente Luque taking on Joel Alvarez, the rising star. Luque is plus 375. Alvarez is minus 500. This is somewhat of a short notice fight. I forget who Luque was originally scheduled to have, but it was a much easier opponent. I'm pretty sure he was the favorite in that matchup, and now he's having to come in as the dog in Brazil against a straight killer, guys. Alvarez has finished all 22 opponents, guys. All wins, 22 finishes. I think it's 5 KOs and 17 subs. That's ridiculous. He does have bad takedown defense, but that's the thing. He doesn't mind throwing elbows off his back and putting you in certain scrambles and transitions. His jiu-jitsu's next level. Luque's fought elite competition, obviously, good counter puncher. But, that brain damage he got a couple of years back really scared me, and he looked real bad against Kevin Holland that last fight, and Holland didn't look good his last outing at all against Rodriguez, so that really worries me for Luque. So I'm going to go Alvarez here, and Alvarez by finish as well. I'm probably going to lean the KO. I think he's going to get Luque's chin out of there. Who do you got, Joey?
Yeah, guys, I got Alvarez in this one too. Luque, he has fought, some pretty good comp, but I don't think, his comp or his wins have aged well. He shoots pretty sloppy takedowns, guys, and Alvarez, his takedown defense isn't the greatest, but like Bryson said, he is good off of his back, and he has 17 wins by submission, which is absolutely insane. He usually likes to get guys out of there in the first round, so if you're feeling extra crazy for a long shot, I'd say, throw Alvarez round 1. He does throw powerful high kicks too, guys. So, he works all levels to the body with his kicks, especially the high kicks. So, I'd say if you're feeling crazy, Alvarez round 1, Alvarez KO, and Alvarez moneyline are all locks for this fight. All right, guys. Next up, we got the co-main event of the evening, a bantamweight bout between Davison Figueiredo and Montel Jackson. Figgy is a plus 240 dog, and Jackson is a minus 300 favorite. Just letting you guys know, we use BetMGM, so that's our betting service. But on the Figueiredo side, he's fought a lot of elite competition guys, guys like Roy Val, and he's also fought, I forget his name. Moreno, my bad. I don't know why I blanked on that. Cheeto, yep, guys like that. But he has elite offensive grappling, and he likes to cut opponents off and control the octagon. Montel Jackson, though, guys, he has a high-level boxing with fast speed, and he wants to find the range super early. He's never been finished also, guys. So for that reason, I'm picking Montel Jackson because I think he will fight for our money, and I think he might be on the parlay for us, and he has great fight IQ. So I got Montel Jackson moneyline. Who you got, Bryson?
I'm also going Montel Jackson, and he is our last leg of our parlay, guys. So we got Pilastri minus 400 for you, Clayton Carpenter minus 115, and Montel at minus 300. Yes, the odds are subject to change, obviously, as money comes in throughout the week. But to me, Montel's going to be one of those guys where people look at this fight and go, oh my God, Figgy's plus 240? Who's Montel Jackson? I've never heard of him. Well, you're going to find out this next Saturday when he beats him in the co-main event in Brazil. He has 62% striking accuracy, and he lands 3.24 takedown accuracy and lands 3.24 takedowns per 15 minutes. Outstanding significant strike defense, 62%. This guy got good footwork now. He don't mess around. Good boxing. The 75-inch reach to Figgy 68. as well as Montel being 5'10" to Figgy's 5'5". I think Figgy's going to have a tough time trying to even take him down. He's going to look for takedowns. He's going to look to close the distance, but I think Montel's going to pop out that jab, and I think he's not going to be scared to offensively wrestle with Figgy and maybe test his jiu-jitsu a bit. But give me Montel, Jackson moneyline, and Montel by decision. I think a lot of Figgy supporters are going to be shocked, and Brazil fans as well. But Montel's going to get this done. All right, guys, now we got the main event in Brazil, lightweight matchup between two stellar, competitors. We got Charles Oliveira coming in at plus 100 and Mateusz Gamrot coming in at minus 120. I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm going to lean Gamrot here. I know that's crazy, but the quick turnaround after a brutal KO, I don't like. Oliveira is showing improved offensive wrestling. He did it a little against Ilya. You saw that sequence. But against Michael Chandler, he did show some better, but that's Chandler. Gamrot, he has an astonishing 90% takedown defense, guys. I mean, he's fought guys like Armin Sarukian, Dan Hooker, Ludovic Klein, Jalen Turner. He's fought some good guys, man. Gamrot's no joke. He's game. Dariush, he's never been finished. That's one thing you got to give Gamrot. I mean, you look back at some of his fights, the damage between him and his opponent is crazy. He does excellent in scrambles, puts on an unreal pace, nonstop pressure. Oliveira, bad takedown defense at 56%. I don't like that, especially if Gamrot shoots early, when they're not as sweaty and just can dominate position for the first round and maybe stay out of damage. I think that's a long night for Charles. I think Charles is going to have to be dangerous early, and he's gonna have to finish him early. I really think if it goes long, I'm a Gamrot decisions live or even a Gamrot finish. Sorry, guys. Who do you got here, Joey?
Yeah, guys, I got Gamrot in this fight. I think he's just fought, he's fought about the same amount of competition as Charles Oliveira, if not better at their time. I think he fought more people in their prime than Charles did, aside from Ilya, obviously. But I think Charles is just, honestly, it's a simple case of bouncing back a little bit too early, man. That was a brutal KO. Didn't even go, 2 minutes. And then, what does that mean for, his body and mind? Jumping back in there, 6 months or whatever after that? I don't know. Anyways, he does have the most subs in UFC history and has a nasty clinch game. But I think Gamrot can exploit that very easily with his takedown defense, like Bryson said, and how active he is with his top control. I just think Gamrot is a little bit better for, this fight, and I see more ways for him to win, so I'm picking Gamrot on the money line. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Rain City MMA. We've been smacking on these parlays as of recently. We're 2 out of our last 3, and we're going to keep cooking for you guys. We appreciate all the likes, subscribes, comments, views. We do this every week for a reason. And let's give you a winner again this week, guys. We got Palastri at minus 400, Carpenter at a pick'em minus 115, and Jackson at minus 300. Lock that 3-leg in, guys, and we'll see you at the cash counter. Have a great week, and let's win some money, baby.
Woo! Let's make some money!